Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome you all students. Hope you all will be safe. Today we are going to start new chapter of chemistry, that is your chapter number 15, Introduction to Polymer Chemistry. Let us have some basic introduction regarding polymer chemistry. Today the overall development in polymer science and technology has enriched human life. The world will be a totally different place without polymer, such as artificial fibers, the plastic which we are using, elastomers, etc. From the wrapper of candy to the artificial heart, polymer touch our life as does not touches the other class of material. Here student, in short, we are living in the world of polymer. Polymer chemistry emerged as a separate branch of chemistry during the last several decades due to its voluminous knowledge which built up in the field and the ever increasing application in day-to-day life. Here student, we are using polymer in our day-to-day life. The plastic, the pen which we are obtaining from various sources, these all are polymer. All of those may be synthetic polymer or natural polymers. This plastic which we are using, it is a synthetic polymer. The silk which we are using, it is a natural polymer. So here there are various branches of polymer. Based on that, it is classified into various types. We will study later on words that. The word monomer, it is a molecule. It is a molecule. Mono means one, mer means part. It is a one part, a molecule that can combine with other of the same kind to form a polymer. So here are one molecule, one part will combine with the another part, that is one monomer will combine with the another monomer, and then it will give you polymer through polymerization process. So this is an important concept. Now here we are moving towards definition of polymer. The word polymer is derived from a Greek word. Poly means many, mers mean parts. So here student, in the figure you see that various bubbles has been there. One circle is one monomer, another one is another monomer. So one monomer is linked to the another monomer, and then it gives the polymer. Many parts of monomers merge, and then it gives you polymer. Polymers are very large molecule which is made up of hundred of monomers joining together to form chain. So here student, in the diagram you see that it form a chain. The structure is in a chain form. Fine. So it is a complex, complicated structure, gained large, macromolecule, big molecule, made from repeating unit. The unit is been repeating again and again, and that unit is your monomer. It consists of high molecular mass. Molecular mass macromolecule is ranging from 10 raised to 3 to 10 raised to 7 unified mass. Here an example has been given, ethylene. It is a monomer. One ethylene is linked to the another ethylene. Here it will give you the polymer, and the name of that polymer is polythene. That polymer. Here student, in the diagram you see that circle monomer is there. They are single. But when the polymerization process took place, they get converted. One monomer is linked to the another monomer, and they get converted into polymer by forming a chain with each other. Your carbohydrate, protein, nucleic acid, these are nothing but they are biopolymer. Your insulin, which we know it very well, it is a human protein. It is nothing but it is a biopolymer. Your DNA, which is a nucleic acid, it is also a polymer. We are very common with these words, insulin, DNA. They are nothing but it is a polymer. Your nails, your hairs, these are of different kind of polymer. Now student, we are moving forward towards the classification of polymer. First classification is polymer is based on its types. Based on its sources. Means from where it has been obtained. The polymer which we are using, from where it has been obtained. In that, based on the sources, it has further classified into three types. The first type is your natural polymer. Polymer either obtained from plant or animal and called natural polymer. Yes student, in natural polymer, it further classified into two types, that is your plant polymer or animal polymer. The polymer which we are obtaining from plant, it is your plant polymer. Your cotton, we are obtaining from plant. Your jute, your hemp, these which we are obtaining from plant, so they are plant polymer. And the second classification of natural polymer is animal polymer. The polymer which we are obtaining from animal, such as your silk, wool, we are obtaining from silk, we are obtaining from silkworm, wool we are obtaining from sheep. They are nothing but they are animal polymer. Now in natural polymer, we have studied plant polymer, animal polymer. This is one of the sources. The second kind is semi-synthetic polymer. What is semi? Semi means intermediate. It is also known as regenerated polymer. These polymer, they are derived from natural polymer. The polymer obtained by simple chemical treatment of natural polymer to improve their physical property, their luster, shyness, their strength. They are your semi-synthetic polymer. Acetate, rayon, these are nothing but they are semi-synthetic polymer. Your silk, when it has been converted into cupra ammonium silk, they are your semi-synthetic polymer. The property of the natural polymer, natural fibers has been slightly modified to improve its physical property. That is your semi-synthetic polymer. Now based on the sources, it has been further classified into synthetic polymer. Synthetic, the word synthetic itself speaks that it is a man-made polymer. These polymers are artificially prepared by polymerization of one monomer or copolymerization of two or more monomers. That is, they are prepared in laboratories or they are prepared in industries. They are synthetic polymer. Nylon, terylene, Teflon, bakelite, polyvinyl chloride, your polythene which we are using in our day-to-day life, they are nothing but they are synthetic polymer. Here one of the preparation has been given, tetrafluoroethene, CF2 double bond CF2. This is a monomer. This monomer undergo polymerization process and then it will getting converted into Teflon. This is one kind of, here you see in the image, Teflon tape. This is one kind of synthetic polymer. Next classification of polymer is based on its structure of polymer. Means here monomer, they undergo polymerization process. As they undergo polymerization process, it get converted into polymer. That polymer consists of which kind of structure? Based on this, it has been further classified into three types. Your first type is your linear polymer. The word linear means straight. Fine. Here one monomer are joined to other in a linear arrangement. Here it has been obtained from bifunctional monomer or alkene. Suppose your polythene is there, the polythene which is a linear polymer. Here we take ethene, n numbers of ethene, and that n numbers of ethene will undergo polymerization process, and then it will give you polythene. Polyvinyl chloride, here the structure has been given. In the figure you have seen that the structure is a linear structure. So one monomer is linked to the another monomer in a linear form. So that is your linear polymer. They doesn't contain any side chain. Here the molecules are closely packed and they have high density. They have high tensile strength and melting point. The second classification based on structure is branch polymer. Here in the figure you see that a linear structure is there. To that linear structure some branches has been aroses. So monomer having three functional group or already having side chain will give rise to branch polymer. Here they have a straight long chain with different side chain. You see in the structure a straight chain is there, to the straight chain side chain is present. These molecules are irregular packet. They doesn't have a regularity packet. They are irregular packet. Hence they have low density, low tensile strength and melting point. Here polypropylene is an example. Amylopectin, glycogen, these all are the example. Here polypropylene, take propylene, n numbers of propylene. When it undergo polymerization process, it get converted into polypropylene polymer. The third kind of classification based on structure is your network or cross-link polymer. Here cross-link are produced between linear chain. You see in the figure linear chains is there. Two linear chain, between these two linear chain a cross-link has been produced. Fine. Cross-link result from polyfunctional monomers. Here you see in the structure, here linear chain is there. To the linear chain, two linear chain, one cross-link is there. So in these monomeric units are linked together to constitute a three-dimensional network. A three-dimensional network has been formed. The link are cross-link. They are hard, they are rigid and brittle due to their network structure. Their structure is in the form of network. Example is bakelite, melamine, formaldehyde, vulcanized rubber. These all preparation you are going to study further in this chapter. So under classification based on structure, we have studied linear polymer, branch polymer and cross-link polymer. The next classification is based on mode of polymerization, means how the polymerization process took place. Based on this, it has been classified into addition polymerization, condensation polymerization and ring opening polymerization. Here student, low molecular mass material under certain condition will get converted into high molecular mass material with all of the three cases. In all of the three, additional, condensation, ring opening polymerization, the polymer form here by the addition of monomers repeatedly without removal of byproduct are called addition. One monomer will link with the another monomer, and there will be no removal of any of the molecule, any of the small molecule, not even a small molecule will be liberated out. These monomer contain all the atoms of monomers and they are integral multiple of monomer unit. Means in the reactant it contains 5 number of carbon, then in the product it will contain 5 number of carbon. If it contain 10 numbers of hydrogen, in the product it will contain 10 numbers of hydrogen. There will be no loss of any of element. A repeating unit has same elemental composition of that of original monomer. Usually double bond compound undergo addition polymerization. Here they produce high molecular mass polymeric without formation of any intermediate low molecular mass polymeric material. Here in the figure you see Teflon, polypropylene, polythene. These are nothing, they are addition polymer. Here ethene, this ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, you see in the images n numbers, your ethene is your monomer. We are taking n numbers of ethene. Here double bond will be converted into single bond. Both the carbon will become unstable. Both the carbon will open its branch. Now this carbon which open its branch will link with the another monomer, and so on the process go on, and ethene is being converted into polythene. Similarly, here you see PVC, that is nothing but polyvinyl chloride. Here directly when vinyl chloride it undergo polymerization process, it get converted into polyvinyl chloride. Fine. In addition polymer, the monomer will link to each other without loss of any small molecule. Next classification based on polymerization modes is your condensation polymer. Here formation of polymer from polyfunctional monomers, where there will be elimination of some small molecules such as water or HCl. In addition polymerization process took place without elimination of any of the molecule, while in condensation polymer the monomer will link to each other and there will be elimination of small molecule. The repeating unit of polymer will not contain the same elemental composition as that of the monomer. Here the repeating unit is there. It does not contain the same. If the carbon it is 5 in the reactant, the carbon will be 4 in the product. If hydrogen is 6, hydrogen will be 3, and so on. I am just giving an example. The elemental composition of the reactant and the monomer, that is your repeating unit, and monomer, it will not be same. It occurs by a series of condensation steps until a high molecular mass polymer is obtained. Your nylon 6,6, terylene, these all are condensation polymerization. These all undergo condensation polymerization. Here, student, they have ester and amide linkage in their molecule. Their molecular mass is not the integral multiple of monomer unit. Why? Because number of the monomer and repeating unit will be different. Further in this chapter, we are going to study the preparation of nylon 6,6. There we will study the reactant. The third kind of polymerization based on mode is your ring opening polymerization. It is addition of a single monomer unit to the growing chain molecule. Polymer chain grows stepwise, so similar to condensation polymerization. How the condensation polymerization took place, it will also took place in the same way. Here the elemental composition of repeating unit is same as that of the monomer. How in addition polymer, the elemental composition of repeating unit and monomer is same. Similarly, here also the elemental composition of the repeating unit and monomer will be same. Cyclic compound polymerized by ring opening. Whatever your cyclic compound will be there. Here we are going to study preparation of nylon 6. It is an ring opening polymerization. It undergo ring opening polymerization where E-caprolactam, in which NH and C double bond O is there. The bond is formed between nitrogen and carbon, where nitrogen and carbon will break the bond. So the ring will be open and the polymerization process will took place. The next classification is based on molecular forces. Here the polymer mechanical property like tensile strength, toughness, elasticity depends upon intermolecular force. The force between the molecule like van der Waals force, hydrogen force. On the basis of these force, here the polymer has been classified into various categories based on its molecular forces. First category is elastomers. Here these are the polymer in which polymer chain are held by weakest attractive force. Here one monomers is linked to the another monomers and a chain of polymer is formed which are held by weakest attractive force. They contain randomly coiled molecular chain, have few cross-link. Cross-link structure we have studied in the structure. Okay, based on classification of polymer on structure, there we have studied cross-link. So here in this structure they have few cross-link. As the stain is applied, polymer gets stretched. This kind of polymer, when we stretch it, it elongates, and when the force is released, they regain its original position, which is the property of elasticity. So this kind of polymer is known as elastomers. Example: neoprene, vulcanized rubber, Buna S, Buna N, etc. Further we are going to study these all preparation. So here student, vulcanized rubber, Buna S, these neoprene, these all are elastomer polymer. The second kind is your fiber. They are polymeric solid form thread. They have high tensile strength, which is a property to have resistance to breaking under tension. When we apply tension to the rope, they does not break easily. So they have high intermolecular attractive force like hydrogen bonding, dipole forces. They have high tensile strength and they are used in textile industries. Example: nylon 6, nylon 6,6, terylene. This is a nylon 6, nylon 6,6 mat, terylene. These all are nothing but fibers. These fibers are crystalline in nature. They possess crystalline nature. Based on intermolecular forces, the third kind is your thermoplastic. Plastic, you are very much familiar with the word plastic. These are the polymer having intermolecular forces between elastomers and fiber. Elastomers, they contain weak intermolecular force. Fiber, they are very strong. They contain strong intermolecular force of attraction. They are easily molded in that desired shape by heating. When we heat this kind of polymer, they get melt and they can be molded and subsequently cooling at room temperature. It means we can reuse it again and again. They soften on heating and harden on cooling. Moderate strong intermolecular forces are there between them, between elastomers and fiber. They are soft in hot and hard on cooling. Example: polythene, polystyrene, PVC. These are nothing but they are thermoplastic polymer. The next one, based on molecular forces, is a thermosetting polymer. This polymer is hard and infusible on heating. Means they are rigid polymer. Their property of being shape on heating. They possess the property of being shaped on heating. Once hardened, cannot be softened by heating. When it gets shaped, it cannot be softened by heating. They cannot be remolded. Extensive cross-linking are formed between the molecule by covalent bond formed in the mold during hardening process. While hot, when the hardening process is going on, they form cross-linking between them. Your bakelite is an example of thermosetting polymer. They contain cross-linked polymer and they cannot be reused, while thermoplastic can be reused. Your thermosetting cannot be reused. Your example is your bakelite. The next classification is based on type of monomers. Here polymerization process is taking place by monomers. One monomer is linked to the another monomer. So here homo, polymer. Homo means same. Here only one type of repeating unit will be there. Means a polymer will consist of identical monomer. Here the monomer will be same. In certain cases, the repeating unit is formed by condensation of two distinct monomers. Means your monomer repeating unit. Here it will be formed when two different monomer will merge and a small molecule will be liberated out and the repeating unit will form. And that repeating unit will further give you the polymer. The second type based on type of monomers is your copolymer. Here, two or more type of repeating unit may exist. It has been formed by polymerization of two or more different type of monomers. Different monomers unit are randomly sequenced in the copolymer. They are randomly, not A, B, A, B, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, A, C, like that way. Here, example is Buna S, Buna N, nylon 6,6. These are nothing but copolymer. It consists of monomers of different chemical structure, while in homopolymer, identical monomer is present. The last classification is based on biodegradability. Based on biodegradable. What do you mean by biodegradable? Which can be degraded. Based on biodegradability, it has been classified into two types. First one is your biodegradable polymer, where synthetic polymer are degraded by microbes. They are degraded by microbes. Fine. The second one is your non-biodegradable polymer. So here student, wow, it is biodegradable polymer. Means the polymer comprised of monomers linked to one another through functional group, have unstable link in the backbone. Broken down, it can be broken down into biological acceptable molecule that are metabolized and removed from the body via normal metabolic pathway. So here PHBV, Destron, nylon 2, nylon 6, etc. comes under biodegradable polymer. So they can be they are degraded by microbes. Non-biodegradable, which cannot be degraded, stay in environment for very long time. They are not affected by microbes. Hence, they possess pollution hazard. Your polythene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene, these are nothing but they are non-biodegradable polymer and it is harmful for us, for the environment. They cannot be decomposed into organic and environmental safe waste product. So they are unlike biodegradable object which can easily be decomposed by soil bacteria. The biodegradable object is decomposed by soil bacteria, while a non-biodegradable they are not decomposed into organic and safe waste material. So student, that is why it has been stated that use polythene very less. It is better to use paper bag, as these polythene, these polyvinyl chloride, these polystyrene and so on, they causes pollution hazards and it affect the environment, it affect the animals, it affect the surrounding. So here student, we have completed with the classification of polymer based on the sources, based on the structure, based on intermolecular forces, based on mode of polymerization, based on type of monomers, based on biodegradability. Let us revise once. We have studied an introduction regarding the chapter, and we have studied what is monomer, how monomers is being converted into polymer, and what is polymer. Then we have moved forward towards classification of polymer, in that based on sources we have studied natural. In natural we have studied plant, animal. Further, first one is your natural, in natural, plant, animal. Second in one is your synthetic. Third one is your semi synthetic. Based on the sources, the concept is very easy students, study it, and within few hours you will complete the topic and you can easily acquire marks from this chapter. Hope you all have understood. Study well, stay safe. Thank you.